Hi, this is Steve Williams. We're real-time with IPC, and this afternoon I've got Dr. Kulkarni, President and CEO of CyberOptics Corp. Welcome, Doctor.
Thank you, Steve.
So, tell us a little bit about CyberOptics, what you guys do, and a little bit about the company.
Sure. CyberOptics is a sensor technology company. We design, develop high precision, high accuracy, high speed sensors.
Okay.
Lately our effort has been more on 3D sensor technology because 3D is what everyone wants to detect these days.
Sure.
So that's what our focus has been.
How's the company doing?
Company is doing great. 2016 was a fantastic year for us. The company grew very well and profitable. CyberOptics was one of the best tech stocks traded in the US stock market. So more than 300% return in 1 year for stockholders. So it was a great year.
That's fantastic. You should have called me before that happened.
Next time I'll remember that.
So when we were talking earlier, we were talking about a catchphrase, AOI to maximize ROI. How does that, what do you mean by that?
So AOI stands for Automated Optical Inspection, of course, and many circuit board manufacturers are realizing that to get the most value out of their equipment, they do need to minimize the defects, maximize the productivity, maximize the yield. And for a relatively modest investment in a 3D, particularly AOI system, they do manage to get their productivity up, yield up, and get the defects down.
Sure.
So when they do a true ROI calculation, they do find that the investment in AOI, particularly the 3D AOI, pays for itself very quickly.
Okay, so your customer base is across a number of different industries, right, and levels in the supply chain?
Yes, that's correct.
So you got board manufacturers?
So we actually service 3 verticals right now as a company. The semiconductor vertical, SMT vertical, that's why we are in this show.
Okay.
And also the metrology vertical. So people are making scanners and scanning services kind of stuff. So within SMT, of course, we do serve the EMSs, the large companies that are building their own memory boards, for instance, so semiconductor companies. So we cater to a lot of customers.
Sure. Now, you've been at the company for how many years?
So the company has been around for more than 30 years.
Okay.
I have been with the company as a board member first for a few years, and then I took over as the president and CEO just about 3 years ago.
Okay, and you kind of had a unique vision when you got to the company, right? You saw a need in the market for what, the next best thing, right? And what did you come up with?
Sure, so one of the reasons I came from the board inside the company is because at that time, 3 years ago, 3D was already becoming a need in the industry, not just SMT, but semi and metrology too. And one of the challenges of 3D at that time, and it continued to be the case, is speed and accuracy both at the same time. You can have very fast sensors but not so accurate, or very accurate sensors but not so fast. But having both at the same time was critical. And in CyberOptics, I knew that we had an interesting, exciting new technology that we had invented, that we could do both speed and accuracy both at the same time. And that's what we call MRS, Multi-Reflection Suppression, 3D sensor technology. So we essentially are suppressing the bad signals, trying to enhance the signal to noise ratio. So it's really a mathematical algorithm technology that gives us the speed and accuracy both at the same time. And that's really what we are doing and what we are showing in this show.
So is that part of your ultra high resolution technology?
So in this show we launched a ultra high resolution 3D AOI SQ3000 system, and it is using a 7 micron resolution camera, which is the state of the art. I don't think anyone else on this floor has anything close to it. Most of the players are talking about 10 to 15 micron cameras, so we are using a 7 micron resolution camera, but also at a very high speed, and that's what MRS enables. You can use a very high resolution camera, but you have to drop down the speed most of the times. With MRS, we can get the speed and the accuracy.
That's amazing. So your company and yourself are actually setting the bleeding edge in this technology. You're developing it as you go. It doesn't exist right now,
That's
right?
correct, that's correct. So our secret sauce, if you will, is the mathematical algorithms. We are buying components and putting them together in sensors and systems, but really what we are good at, where our IP is in the mathematical algorithms.
Okay.
But we are definitely leading edge, if not bleeding edge technology.
Probably a little both, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We do invest a lot. So.
Yes. So as this gets rolled out, what are the benefits of this to your customers compared to the traditional technology?
So the value the customers get is the images they see are far superior compared to any other conventional technologies, and better quality images leads to better inspection, obviously.
Okay.
So if the images are good, the inspection is good, so the false call rate goes down, and the first pass yields go up. So the customers definitely are getting the benefit of this new technology.
And your sensors do everything from PCBAs to solder paste to other applications.
Yeah,
right?
I mean the standard application of course is PCB manufacturing, SMT stuff, but lately we are finding that semiconductor industry has rolled out a new technology they call fan-out wafer level processing, or FOWLP as they call it. And fan-out processing is kind of getting to be like SMT inspection. And those are the packages that are getting in your iPhones and the Galaxies and the latest smartphones. And those devices do need SMT inspection kind of equipment, and that's where we are playing in right now.
And that's a whole nother market for you, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, 3 years or 4 years ago, fan-out wafer level processing was not on anyone's horizon at all. And right now, that is one of the fastest and most exciting marketplaces for us.
I think you mentioned earlier that they're actually driving some of the new demand for your technology.
Yeah, if I look at where we have sold more in the last 12 months, it's been more to those kinds of advanced customers, not to the traditional SMT type customers. It is definitely a growth area for us right now.
Outstanding. Outstanding. Well, it sounds like the company's doing really well.
Well, yeah, it is. As I said, one of the best stocks in the last 12 months.
So when you conquer this technology and it becomes mainstream, what's your next vision?
Well, we certainly want to continue. We are just at the starting point. I like to say that this is just our first year of commercialization of this technology, and this is like going to be a baseball game. So we are in year one of a 9 or 10 year 10-year run here. So it's going to be a long time before we run out of this technology and things to do. But certainly we will do. One of the things that we are pushing right now is how can we take this sensor technology in the front end of semiconductor. So today, if you look at the front end of semiconductor, to inspect a full 300 millimeter wafer, it takes you 2 hours. And that's why it's very difficult for them to do. With our technology, we think we can do it in 2 minutes.
Wow.
And if we can do that, then the Intels and the Samsungs of the world will be able to inspect every wafer, and that will improve their yield and that will improve performance for them. So we feel really good about where we can take the technology in the next tier.
Wow, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, it is.
It's never just on to the next challenge, right?
Yep.
Excellent. Anything else you want to talk about the industry or your company or anything?
No, I think we touched on a lot of points. We are pretty excited
Mm-hmm.
about the technology and what we can do with the new products coming with this technology.
I don't blame you. So if somebody wants to find you, how do they get a hold of somebody at CyberOptics?
Certainly our website is a good place to start. We have a lot of information, www.cyberoptics.com, and they can contact us, and we are a relatively small company, so we will get back to them within an hour or so.
Oh, outstanding. Well, Doctor, thanks for stopping by and giving us some of your time.
Thank you,
talking
Steve.
to us about this exciting new technology.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it.
Great.
Bye now.
So once again, this is Steve Williams with Real Time with IPC, and thanks for watching.